Today, I'm going to share with you how to fit in LSAT prep time even if you have a busy schedule. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. I got a question here from a student who writes, "Hey Steve, I'm juggling a full-time job and family responsibilities, which makes dedicating time to LSAT prep challenging. My goal is to score a 170 plus, but with my busy schedule, it feels impossible. I've invested in online courses and occasional tutoring sessions. How can I manage my time effectively to prepare for the LSAT and achieve my target score?" So this student has a full-time job, family responsibilities, and despite that, has invested in online courses and occasional tutoring sessions. So what I'm hearing is that this person is committed, they're dedicated, but they're meeting a lot of different responsibilities simultaneously. The fact that the tutoring is only occasional seems a bit of a red flag to me because, in my view, if you're not doing it consistently, you're not going to get the same results. I've found that over the years, when I had students who met with me every single week or even twice a week, they made a lot more progress than those who only did an hour here, an hour there. I'd meet with them and then I wouldn't hear from them for weeks. And so I actually discontinued offering a la carte hourly tutoring or coaching just because I found that those students weren't getting the same results. And of course, it's my reputation on the line as well when I take on a student. And so what I would recommend is block off a consistent weekly schedule, create a schedule where you have your job, you have your family, but then are there days and times that you are always available to study and always available to meet with your coach? If you could say to yourself, Saturday morning is my LSAT prep time, or weeknights from 7 to 9 p.m. is my LSAT study time. I have buy-in from my family to allow me to carve out that time just for LSAT. That's my time to do a timed section or maybe an occasional full-length practice test. That's my time to meet with my coach every single week, standing, recurring weekly appointment. That is what gives you the ability to make that forward progress, because if it's not in your calendar, if you're not blocking it off, it just isn't happening. It's okay to have a busy schedule. It's even good to have a busy schedule with some things aside from LSAT so that you don't get overly invested or overly obsessed with just the LSAT. It's good to have variety in your life, especially if you're studying for the LSAT over the course of 3, 4, 5 months. But of course, we also want to make sure that those responsibilities are not going to prevent you from studying for the LSAT, because the last thing that we want is for you to keep having to push back your test date, postponing the LSAT, delaying the LSAT, because other things are always more urgent and always more pressing. Online courses, which you mentioned you've taken, can be really nice because they give you a bit more flexibility than the traditional in-person prep classes where you would have to commute and it would be 3, 4 hours in one day after a long day of work. I don't know why they would do it that way. It's no longer necessary, of course. Maybe with online courses, you can watch the videos on your own time at your own speed. And of course, you can connect via Zoom from wherever you are. And by the way, at LSAT Unplugged, we offer live online classes via Zoom 5 nights a week, Sunday through Thursday. They're all recorded for any that you can't make, so you can always watch the videos later. Most students just join 1 or 2, but if you want to join all 5, of course, we'd love to have you. And for private one-on-one coaching, you can always schedule the sessions at your convenience, and you can book the sessions directly on your coach's calendar at the time that works best for you. Check out the links below to find out more and to book a call with me, my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, if you are commuting to work in person, you might want to think about whether you're able to study for the LSAT during your commute. If you're taking a train, of course, you can do LSAT questions. If you're driving, maybe you can listen to an LSAT podcast like mine, LSAT Unplugged, from wherever you are. And maybe you can get to work a little bit early and do some LSAT prep before the workday starts. Maybe you could stay a little bit late at work in an empty conference room to study for the LSAT after work. And if you can't study in the office, maybe you can find a coffee shop or a library nearby so that you're still in work mode with studying. Because once you get home, maybe your family distracts you, maybe relaxing is too tempting. And so at least if you're still in your work attire and you're outside the house, maybe the studying is that much more likely to happen. And if you do have these other obligations with work and with family, maybe you just give yourself some compassion and you say to yourself that you're not going to knock out the LSAT in just another month or two, but maybe you need 3-4 months to achieve your fullest potential. But it is worth it, of course, given that the LSAT is the biggest factor in the law school admissions process. So again, if you'd like my help, you could check out the links below to book a call. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.